I slipped into the role of the old director's wife very easily. I worried about, when I lived in New York and was leaving it, how I'd ever adjust to, and all the excitement I had in that New York State, how I'd ever slip into this small town life and a total change in my lifestyle.
Right.
But I sure did slip into it. I think one of the first things I want to tell you about is about how the two of us became the nucleus around which the Jewish community was established in Evanston. Evanston, at that point of time, was considered to be anti-Semitic. The university definitely had quotas. One morning, a woman by the name of Sara, who was the Jewess in Evanston, and a friend of hers, I think her name was Mrs. Klee, and they were meeting to discuss the visiting prospects for the Jewish Federation of Greater Chicago area. And they had 2 prospects in Evanston, but the rest of them were in the other parts, Highland Park and Glencoe and Winnetka and so forth. And after they had made the distribution, as this is the way Sara Braun reported it to me subsequently, she said, isn't it a shame that we don't have any organized group here to welcome the Hillel director, Pekarsky, who's coming with a bride who had been so active in Jewish life in New York and around the country, and nobody to meet them or greet them or anything, and then one of them had the bright idea. What have we got to lose? Let's try something. Maybe there are Jews living in Evanston that we don't know about. Or they don't know each other. Why don't we put an announcement in the Evanston Review and just say that a reception will be given to Rabbi Pekarsky and his bride on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. All members of the Jewish community are welcome. And they had no idea whether 5 people would come or 10 people. Maybe they'd uncover something. So, sure enough, came the day of the reception, and the doorbell at Hillel, where the reception was to be held, early in the morning, kept ringing away, and there were flowers from a florist shop, and there were cookies from a bakery, and some candies.
All surprises?
All came who had seen the announcement.
Oh my.
And they sent these things. There were, all morning long, the telephone was ringing with people asking questions about it. And 90 Jews came to that reception when they didn't know whether there would be 5 or 6. And everyone was so happy to see each other, and neighbors who didn't know that each other were Jewish. They greeted each other with hugs. And obviously the 2 of us were just lost in the shuffle, but we were as tickled as they were. And there was the resounding all over the place with, let's organize. And
so that was the beginning.
And there, they decided that the next Jewish holiday would be Purim. See, this was in February. and the next Jewish holiday was to be Purim. And they said, we'll organize and we'll elect officers, and we'll be a Jewish community. So that's the way it went.
What a wonderful story, Nell.
And Sarah Braun was elected president. And at that same first meeting, they decided the first activity would be to organize some groups to go together to the temple Sunday school.
Oh.
So that the children became right away part of the Sunday school in the temple.
Oh.
And then
Wonderful.
it developed it. And I think back on it now, imagine what Evanston Jewish community is
Would have
like
been without you if you didn't make that beginning.
Synagogues and the headquarters.
Right. Oh,
for
it's
all
rich.
kinds of things.
Right.
Anyhow, that was the beginning.